I'm James Powell, and this is Ain't No Game, the video game pop quiz on all things nostalgic and retro. Joining me today are a trio of creatives from the worlds of streaming, YouTube, presenting, acting, and documentary filmmaking. They're stuck here with me, so they're going to be taking on a series of rounds testing their video game trivia to see if they can fill up their energy tanks and get us all out of here. So, let's meet our guests. Taking the quiz with us today, we have a man on an epic quest to find his childhood hero, who's played the likes of Han Solo, Rick Deckard, and Dr. Henry Jones Jr. It's musician and documentary filmmaker behind the upcoming Finding Ford. It's Paddy O'Hare. Joining Paddy, we have a veteran of the retro gaming YouTuber scene, Twitch affiliate, streamer, and whose love for Sega knows no bounds. It's Mark from Maz Gaming. And finally, we have a TV presenter, voiceover artist, actor, streamer, podcaster, and a familiar face to anyone who grew up with children's television here in the UK. It's Chris Johnson, everyone.
Thank you for trapping me in this indescribable hellscape. I will never forgive you.
So if we're ready, guys, we'll kick off with round one. We open up the show gently with the scoreboard round. Beside me, by the gift of After Effects, is a board of gaming genres, and my three guests will be able to take it in turns, choosing a genre from the board to answer a question on. Paddy, would you like to go first and pick a genre from the board?
Music, please.
Music, OK. The music from Tetris hit charts in 1992, where it reached number 6 in the charts. The single was by Dr. Spin, which was a pseudonym for producer Nigel Wright, and which British composer?
It wasn't. It's probably going to be. It wasn't David Arnold, was it? No.
It wasn't, no. Throw it open to your team, if you like.
Go on. You'll know.
There we go.
Oh, he knows it.
Was it Hans Zimmer?
It was not.
Oh, he was doing a lot of weird music in the 80s then. Doctor Who charity singles and all sorts. So I was
Going for Gold Theme is the one I remember.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Right, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Hans Zimmer.
He plays on Video Killed the Radio Star too.
Wow. There we go.
He's in the video playing
Is he actually?
keyboard. Yeah.
So if anything, it's his fault that he's not involved in this.
Yeah.
He's not. He is not the
Why
other
did he
half
pass
of
on
Dr.
Tetris?
Spin.
The days before he was putting 25 tracks of kettle drums on every single soundtrack. Yeah.
That famous Tetris melody where it just ends in a...
Yeah. That's the one. Yeah.
Well, he's a British theatre composer.
Andrew Lloyd Webber.
Okay. What?
Was it really?
What?
The mask is off.
Good old Andy.
Amazing.
Well, moving on. Mark, would you like to choose a genre?
Can I have
please?
platformer, please?
Platformer, yes, you may. The medieval action game Leander for the Amiga was renamed for the Sega Mega Drive with which Knight of the Round Table's name?
Leander, interesting.
Yes.
I'm going to go Lancelot. I'm totally wrong. I can tell by your face. But I've not played it.
I shouldn't play poker.
Yeah. Lancelot? I can't think of many other Knights of the Round Table, to be fair.
It's not. Sorry, go on. It's not.
Galahad?
It is Galahad.
Hey!
I played Galahad. What am I doing? Oh, yeah. There you go.
Well done, team. Chris?
Thank you, Monty Python and the Holy Grail, for narrowing down options in my brain.
Yeah, well done. Yeah, because he doesn't feature much. I'm a huge fan of John Borman's Excalibur, but Galahad doesn't really seem to get a mention.
They couldn't afford him.
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. The rights.
The rights.
Yeah, the rights to Galahad.
Well done. Chris, would you like to choose?
I'm a sucker for an adventure game.
OK. Which Spielberg film was turned into a graphic adventure in 1989 to accompany the film it shared its title with?
Well, 89, I mean, based on 89, my brain is telling me it's Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade.
And your brain would be telling you...
He's correct.
He is correct.
There was two, wasn't there? There was the action platform game and there was the adventure game.
There was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They were both great. I bet they're probably rubbish now, but
Yeah.
I enjoyed them at the time, yeah.
So, Mark, genre, please.
I'm going to go RPG in the hope that you hit one of the very niche RPGs that I've played a lot of. So, yeah, we'll see.
Well, what online RPG was brought to the big screen by David Bowie's son?
Was that World of Warcraft?
It was.
Is it
World
actually?
of Warcraft.
You know what? I used to love World of Warcraft, but I had no idea that was his son who did
From
that.
the director of Moon.
No way. I had no idea.
Chris, a genre, please.
A beat 'em up,
A
please.
beat 'em up. Let's have a look. OK, you like this one. What SNES beat 'em up, based on the film of the same name, literally begins with a baby being chucked in the river in its opening cutscene?
Well, for starters, that's an incredible question. Oh wow! So it was a film first. This is the game.
The game
into
spin-off.
The film.
Yeah.
No, when he puts baby in the river. Like, is it like? Is like it wasn't a really weird tie-in with that, was it? You know, yeah. Like Dirty Dancing the game. Yeah.
Use the Konami code and you can put the Footloose cast. It's extra playable characters.
KO.
It is like a baby being thrown in a river.
I've got it.
The thought has gone right out of my head.
I know you genuinely will kick yourself.
I will like a beat 'em up.
Yeah.
Please put me out of my misery.
Well, I'm hoping I'm right. Is it Batman Returns?
It is.
Of course. Oh,
It's
right.
the penguin.
Yeah.
I have.
You
such
eat the cat, you're out.
Yeah.
I have such beef with that game because as a kid, I got a SNES as a hand-me-down. It was a neighbour's console. They were giving it me, and I was like, "Oh, amazing!" And I adored it. And Batman Returns is one of the games I owned, and I have never, ever got past that very first level where you have to grapple the wall behind the red triangle circus guy holding Selena. I could never figure out how to do the grapple because I didn't have the manual and it didn't tell you. And as a kid, I'd just get to the end of that level, get to that goon and go, "Yep, that was fun." Turned it off. Killer Instinct. Let's play that for a bit. La 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 la.
So Paddy, you're up next, but before you choose your final genre, tell us all about Finding Ford.
Yeah, so the idea for the documentary came up in about 2016. I noticed people were sort of starting to document their fandom in a way, and there was kind of Star Wars ones, and I was like, well, that's been done. What's the thing that you could make a documentary about that you've been basically researching your whole life? So Harrison Ford seemed like the obvious idea because, I saw Star Wars for the first time when I was very small and just went, it's that guy. While all my friends were going, "Oh, Luke Skywalker," I was like, nah. And then Indiana Jones and all that. So it fits and starts for a couple of years. I tried to do it myself, wasn't very successful, and then kind of 2019, my director Steve Pilling came on board, and then we sort of hit the ground running, interviewing a few people, and we've just gone from there, really. I realised that there's people out there are kind of going, when is this coming out? Because you've been working on it for such a long time, but it's just the nature of the way it is. It's kind of, tight budget and then kind of getting schedules together with actors, it's like trying to tie them down.
We're elusive.
It's been a nightmare all day.
I'm not even here right now. I'm being added in post.
So, we've got great, we've got cool people. We've got Anthony Daniels and, producers like Robert Watts, and we recently spoke to Ivor Powell, who's associate producer on Blade Runner, Patrick Goodell, who was first AD on Raiders of the Lost Ark. It's fun, and it's hopefully it's a universal story because it's kind of obviously my story as a fan, but we're talking to people about him. But it's kind of not just about him; it's about me and how it's affected my life, and friends I've had for over 30 years, just meeting by, fighting over a Harrison Ford magazine in a film fair in 93 or something like that. So it's kind of an all-encompassing, hopefully universal story about the main man, Harrison Ford, yeah.
Right, it sounds brilliant, and we're all looking forward to seeing it.
Me too. If it doesn't get released, it's going to escape, I think. But there you go.
Well, would you like to choose your final genre from the board? One has not been chosen yet.
Okay. Could somebody point me in the direction of that acronym first?
First person shooter.
Okay, thank you. Right, so... Go on, since you've described it, I'll give that a whirl. Yeah, go on.
Okay, you might like this one.
Okay.
So what first-person shooter series shares its name with songs by Beyonce, Soil, and a little-known outfit called Texas?
No, I don't know. I had something on my tip of my brain then, but it's gone. I'm going to have to hand this over to the panel.
I feel like you know it.
I don't.
Do you not know it?
I'm having an existential crisis. Suddenly be like, wait, hang on.
Is it single ladies? I'm just kidding. I can't think of any other Beyonce songs.
It was on the Wii. It was motion control. Put your hands up. Oh, there it is. Brilliant.
Okay.
I've got it. Halo. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, of
there you
course.
go. Yeah. Fantastic.
Mark, pick your final genre, please.
I'm going to go racing, please.
Racing. Okie dokie. Okay, what futuristic racer shares its name with a Paul Daniels hosted game show from the 90s?
Wipeout.
It is.
Is it actually? Yeah. I'll be honest, I nearly went F-Zero and then I was like, I don't think Paul Daniels has ever done an F-Zero, so maybe it's Wipeout, yeah.
Now that's magic.
At the end of that round, we've got a machine to do all the scores.
You did well there, earning a healthy 7 points for your tank.
Well done, boys. Give yourself a round of applause. Well done.
You can hear that as well.
Next up is Tea's Ready. Now, we all know what happens when we're playing a video game and you hear from the next room, Tea's ready, you pause it. Well, that's exactly what we've done here. I've taken footage from a film-based tie-in video game and paused it right at a crucial moment. All my guests have to do is tell me what happens next, as best they can. We're going to show a clip from Star Wars on the Nintendo Famicom.
The Nintendo Famicom? Okay. Oh, it's Darth.
What happens next?
He whips out a paternity test. Maury Povich just shows up. You are the father. Ooh. See, I've seen a bunch of like the adaptations because this is the Japanese adaptation, right? So there's a lot of adaptations around this time that just play fast and loose with whatever like the developer thinks looks cool, regardless of whether it has anything to do with the franchise they're adapting. Like there are so many games where like Batman is a boss fight.
Yeah, so...
and it's got nothing to do with Batman.
So yeah, Revenge of the Shinobi on the Sega Mega Drive famously has Spider-Man fighting the Shinobi. He then turns into Batman. The Terminator's in there, Godzilla's in there. There's all kinds of licensing nightmare around that.
So was that a hint? Is like Indiana Jones going to turn up and chop his head off or something like that?
I mean,
Man's obsessed.
Mark, any ideas?
See, I mean, I was going to go something like just a little bit less out of pocket. You're like, are we talking like a choking thing or like something like that?
I was just going to go something simple, like he chops his leg off rather than his hand or something like that.
Ooh, spoiler.
If you've not seen it by now, guys, I mean, come on.
Okay, shall we all see what happened the first time Luke met Darth?
I'm intrigued.
Okay. What?
What?
It's Darth Scorpio.
I'm just trying to imagine the meeting where several people sat down and was like, guys, now has anyone seen the film? Not really, no. Scorpions are cool. Like, where's the leap of logic?
The greatest cinema villain of all time is not evil enough.
Yeah.
We need to make him into a scorpion.
I'm just wondering whether or not they thought the cape, if you swirled it open, was just a bunched up scorpion with a tail balancing a helmet on it the whole time.
Was John Peters producing this or something?
Scorpions are the deadliest animal in
Giant
the insect kingdom.
Giant spider in the third act.
Yeah, like everyone knows that. So, I mean, that asks more questions than it answers. Everything about it.
Yeah, well, this is Star Wars on the Famicom from Namco. Famously plays hard and loose with the Star Wars format. You guys got any ideas what other creatures Darth Vader might turn into during the course of the game?
I mean, Spider's got to be in there. You know what I mean? Like, if you go in Scorpion, you got to go Spider, surely. Anyone else?
A big eagle.
No, you're not far off. A pterodactyl.
No way.
What? I was going to go with the dolphin because why not?
Yeah.
But I think it's worth some points. What do you think, Machine?
Not quite right. 3 energy
It
points.
is sassy. Very sassy today.
So a hint of flirty.
Firm but fair.
Yeah.
Right, round 3 is the connections round, where my guests will see 4 seemingly unrelated pictures of film and TV characters, but something gaming connects them. But can you tell me what it is? So, without further ado, here are your 4 unrelated film and TV characters. We have Gomez Adams, Fennec Shand from The Mandalorian, we have the Sphinx from Mystery Men, and we have Gareth from 4 Weddings and a Funeral.
Okay.
Bloody Brigadoon.
A couple of curveballs in there. Not gonna lie.
Wow. Okay. Like, the mental arithmetic that my brain is attempting to make off the bat. What on earth would? It's almost like the Simon Callow picture is mocking us all. He's just like looking at it like.
Just looking at us like, come on, guys. You're better than this.
It's like to the guy in Mystery Men. You thought that was a ridiculous outfit. Wait till you get a load of my waistcoat.
Oh my God. Do we get a clue?
I'll give you the year, 1994.
Oh my days. They're all in the Street Fighter movie.
No way. No way.
They are.
No way.
They are. It's the cast of Street Fighter.
That is incredible.
So Raul Julia, as we all know, played
M. Bison.
M. Bison, General M. Bison, Overlord of Shadaloo. We had Ming Na Wen, played Chun-Li.
Hey, yeah.
Of course.
We
Kylie
had
Minogue in that one.
She is Kylie. We had,
So, yeah.
Playing who?
so she's Cammy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Wes Studi
Oh, I can see that one,
was Sagat, and Simon Callow. He worked for the AN. He was like the guy doing all the paperwork.
I mean, for such a great actor, Raul Julia, obviously Gomez, but like he did some great movies. You know, he was in Presumed Innocent with Harrison Ford, of course, but he was also in. Have you ever seen one called Tequila Sunrise? Mel Gibson. He's hilarious in that.
Yeah.
But I believe Street Fighter was his last film.
For you, it was heartfelt trivia based around a simple game on that screen, matching pictures, trying to find a theme and racking your brains for some semblance of connection. For me, it was Tuesday.
Well, terrific connecting and deductions of elimination there, everyone. So,
Very good.
what's that done to the energy tanks?
Good work, team. And one of my favourite films.
Okay.
5 energy points.
Yeah, pretty good.
It's all right, yeah. It's all right.
This is the unskippable round. So we've all played video games where you want to just get on with playing the game, but you can't skip the cutscene. So this is an observation and general knowledge round. So are we ready for our clip?
Laser focused.
Request immediate review.
They're definitely coming this way! Gotta figure they're looking for whoever ripped off their stronghold. That person would be you! Stay clear! Get clear!
So explosive stuff there in 1993's Sega Mega CD Epic Ground Zero Texas. But you were watching it all though, weren't you, right? Paddy, what was the make of the truck the female soldier hid behind?
Was it a Jeep?
It was a Ford.
I should have got that one.
Mark, Dwight Little, the game's director, went on to direct which fighting game film adaptation based on a popular PlayStation franchise?
So the only one I can think of is Tekken, and I don't believe there was a film of Tekken. Was
You're
there a film of
correct.
Tekken?
There is a
There
film
is a
of
film of
Tekken.
Tekken. Okay, well that's going on the list. That's that's happening.
Chris, what type of shop did the aliens blow up?
A mini mart.
It was a mini mart.
Nice.
Paddy,
Not even supposed to be here today.
Paddy, one of the writers on the game was Edward Neumeier, who also was the writer of 2 of Paul Verhoeven's sci-fi action satires. Name either of them.
RoboCop.
That's great. Mark, what fell over when the mini market exploded?
A weird Power Rangers looking dude, like a stormtrooper man. No,
Well, yes.
he did. What,
he
was
did.
it a statue?
A statue did fall over, I'll give you that, but
Yeah.
it was a phone box
Okay.
as well. A
It
phone
looks
box fell
very
over.
much like the Bill and Ted phone box as
Yeah.
well.
It did as well. And finally, Chris, the game's developer, Digital Pictures, was also the production company behind what controversial Mega CD title?
I don't know that.
No,
I
you
think
can-
I might know it.
Yeah.
Night Trap.
It is Night Trap.
Yeah.
Yep.
One of the worst games, although like kind of revolutionary at the time.
Well done. Some lovely points scored there. So what does that do for the energy tanks?
5 energy points rewarded.
I don't like the tone. I don't like that. No, do you know what I mean?
No, that sounded weird.
I'm warming up to it.
Yeah.
This is round 5, and it's the non-Atari Links round, where one of our contestants will be put on the spot and asked a series of questions that tenuously link to one another. So, Paddy, Mark, Chris, who wants to step up?
Go on then. Why not?
So what letter can be added to the following to create game titles? Project, Mega Man, F-Zero, and Dracula.
X.
It
All
is
great games.
X, yeah.
All great games.
Twitter was rebranded as X after it was purchased by Elon Musk. But can you name the Mega CD comic book video game adaptation that Musk worked on in 1994?
Elon Musk worked up. That has blown my mind.
Is it Cadillacs and Dinosaurs, Batman Returns, or The Smurfs?
So I can't imagine it's Batman Returns because of who developed it, and I can't imagine he was involved with that. I'm gonna go Smurfs. Like Musk looks like a Smurf man. I'm gonna go Smurfs.
I'm afraid it was Cadillacs and Dinosaurs.
Oh.
So, Cadillacs and Dinosaurs was also adapted into a beat-em-up a year prior in 1993 by which Japanese company that dominated the fighting game genre in arcades with hits such as Final Fight and Street Fighter II?
So Capcom.
It is Capcom.
Fantastic.
Capcom's top-selling franchise is set in the horror genre. Can you name the series?
Resident Evil.
And finally, which Resident Evil entry incorporated the original Japanese name Biohazard and vice versa in Japan in 2017?
Oh no.
I mean, I know it. I kind of don't want to take. Do you want it? I'll give it you. I'll give it you. Just don't tell anyone, all right?
Resident Evil 7.
It is Resident
it?
Evil
No way.
7.
What the heck? Amazing.
I
Clap
was all
that
over
out of the air.
I was all over that.
Yes, that's right. Resident Evil 7 Biohazard was also Biohazard 7 Resident Evil in Japan.
Interesting.
So, nice work.
Only one link's wrong. 4 points for the team. Take load error.
Great. Well, here we are, gentlemen, the penultimate round, round 6, and it's hit cancel. Do not hit yes or no. This is where we look at footage from a video game that has been cancelled, removed, or stopped being sold for various reasons. All you guys have to do is tell me the reasons why. It's going to be multiple choice. There are 3 reasons, but only one of them is the real reason why the game was cancelled. So we're going to look at some footage. Here's a clip from 1991's Fantasia on the Sega Mega Drive. Okay, so Mickey Mouse there trying his best to clean up his magical mess. But why did the House of Mouse stop the sale of the game, destroy all unsold stock, and remove all advertisements for the game? Was it A, the game was rushed into development and reviewed really poorly, and Disney, who were on a hit streak since 1989's Little Mermaid, didn't want a poor quality product on the shelves? Is it B, Walt Disney had been promised that no adaptations were ever going to be made of Fantasia? Sega, however, were granted the license to produce the game by accident. Or was it C? Sega did have the license to the game, but not the music that featured in the film, and they could not afford the joint lawsuit raised by the estates of Bach, Beethoven and Tchaikovsky.
Wow.
Well, for starters, their music clearly is being heard here the way it was meant to be, in 32-bit and pitch shifted. But that is such a weird one, because I can imagine there being a music clearance. Obviously, Fantasia is all about the music. Like, it's what drives that film. It's a concert with visuals.
I mean, I feel like classical music is well out of copyright.
Yeah.
So I don't think that would be the case.
Yeah, I mean, I just love the idea of like Mozart's estate playing this and going, hang on a minute, whoa, 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 whoa. Like Mozart's estate, whoa, whoa, whoa.
That's not the kind of image we want for Mozza.
For Big Moz. Now, bad reviews. That looked pretty good to me. I mean, again, with we saw about 12 seconds of a game I'd never seen before, but it looked pretty sharp to
It
me.
plays terribly.
Does it
from what
actually?
I've
Is that
heard,
real?
yeah.
Right, okay.
Yeah, like bad,
Interesting.
bad collision detection, bad response times, delays when jumping.
Interesting.
All sorts.
Okay. Fantasia 2000, man. I understand. I personally, I think it's license for Fantasia being granted, possibly. Simply because obviously the original is it's based around the music and all this. It's meant to kind of be Disney's like, oh, this is a bit more of a cultural kind of thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we tell stories, but this one's it's about classical music and getting kids into music. And it feels like it would kind of be, I don't know, like watered down a bit if it was like, and now we'll put it in a video game.
I love the idea of license granted by mistake though, like just as a way. It's like you're just kind of signing forms on a Friday. It's like, oh, I'm looking up, yeah, okay, yeah. You know, like, and then like the next thing you know, like that's out on the show. It's like, what? Hang on, who did that? Because I'm thinking as well, like not long after this, obviously you've got like Disney's Aladdin was good, and then you got Lion King and stuff like that, like around the same era. Like, and Sega did great with those games, so yeah, maybe it is the bad reviews thing because like they were like games of the year level or like very nearly. Like, certainly Lion King did really well in reviews and stuff like that. So maybe they didn't want like a turd within the bucket of lovely things.
Are we all agreeing on one? Are we gonna hedge our bets?
Right, the count of three, A, B, or C. Which one are you feeling?
okay.
You ready? 1, 2, 3. B.
B.
A Bab. We had a Bab.
Yeah,
We had a Bab,
Are you happy in that democracy
Babbing,
to go with that, Mark?
Babbing.
We'll have it, yeah.
It is B.
Fair play.
So it turns out Sega were given the license to make the game by mistake. So Roy Disney had promised Walt that Fantasia would receive no kind of adaptation, including video games. So when he found out that the game was coming out and that it was bad, his complaints had the game removed from sale completely.
Wow.
It's cutthroat out there.
It is.
The world of fairy tale animation.
Fairy tale animation gaming.
My favourite part about the Aladdin game is the same like 4 bars, a friend like me on a loop throughout the entire thing.
Oh, yeah.
It drives you insane, but in a
Yeah.
fun way.
I would have destroyed it too.
Okay.
Points. Energy. You got it. Cheers.
That's reassuring.
I am error.
And this is it, the final round. Our show's namesake, the Ain't No Game round. Now, we all know that Shaq Fu is as crazy on paper as it is as an actual game. But you know what? It's an idea that actually came to life and exists. So in true Shaq style, I've gathered together 4 super high concept celebrity licensed game ideas. There's one catch. One is fake. But can my guests identify the wrong one so that we can all go home? So gentlemen, if you'd like to look under your chairs, there are envelopes.
Oh,
Exciting.
And inside your envelopes is the synopsis of a game. I've got one as well. So I will read mine first, and then I'd like you all to read yours as well. Soccer Island is in the grip of terror. The evil Master Woe and his League of Monsters are running wild, destroying everything in their path. Only David Beckham and his legendary football skills can save the day. Paddy.
okay. Do you want me to do it in Trailer Man voice?
Please, God.
Okay.
Give it the full LaFontaine.
When the Wimbledon shield is stolen by evil sorceress Morgan Le Fay, it's up to tennis pro Andre Agassi to wield the legendary Excalibur racket and rescue his fellow players, free Merlin, and stop Le Fay's wicked schemes before it's game, set, and match for us all.
Ooh.
Amazing. I like that. I felt that. Yeah.
Take that,
Very
Red Pepper.
I miss Trailer Man. Yeah. I miss him.
Miss you, big man. Gone but not forgotten.
So I already hope that this is real because I've just read through it and it is ridiculous. So the prized Geo Merlin ball has been stolen by the evil forces of football, the terrible ninjas. A Geo force of the world's best players is assembled, including Ashley Cole, Pep Guardiola, and Thierry Henry, to infiltrate the Ninja HQ and ensure the triumph of amazing football.
Wow.
I want to play that game. I really hope that's real. I really hope that's real.
Chris.
Oh, dear. The vengeful Dr. Max Cranium has kidnapped an entire basketball team and locked them up in his lair beneath the streets of Chicago. It's up to Michael Jordan to rescue his teammates from mutants and robots and put a stop to the mad scientist's evil plan. Oh, wow.
One is fake? Is it The Mission, the all-action football adventure? Is it Michael Jordan, Chaos in the Windy City? Is it Andre Agassi and the Knights of Wimbledon? Or is it Go Go Beckham, Adventure on Soccer Island?
See, yeah, I want the Andre. It's you couldn't have given me a better one.
The Knights of Wimbledon.
As I mentioned, I'm a huge Excalibur fan. I never really had much interest in tennis, but
you do now.
That Wimbledon. No,
You do now.
No, on Andre Agassi, I was a fan of, and I remember watching him every time he played Wimbledon. So I would really like this to be a real thing. I can picture the Excalibur racket. I'm there for it. I can see the Wimbledon whites, but like as an armour. Like
the Lady of the Lake's just Sue Barker.
Like with a tennis racket just coming up out of the water. Please make that be real.
Robinson squash.
Please make that be real. If that's not real, we're making it. Just so you know. So like, no pressure.
This is our vow.
Yeah, but like Andre, it's been a while. We've got some money for you here. The kids are gonna love it.
So on my one, which I assume is The Mission, like one of these clowns, you go Thierry Henry, right, world class player, Pep Guardiola, who's massive, and Ashley Cole.
Surely you'd have Cantona in there doing like
it's made for it, isn't it?
It's just got one button kick.
yeah, that's it.
Go Beckham.
Or a really random quote for the press.
like
when the seagulls are falling to throw.
When the seagulls press A and B together.
Yeah.
You get like you unlock a secret mission.
Yeah. Thank you. Leaves.
Go Beckham. Now his face was slapped on every bit of merchandise in the world for about 5 years. So that one rings true a little bit only because he was everywhere. And even watching the documentary recently, like in Japan, he was like holding like cans of like random like Japanese soda and everything. So him selling out for a game that is rubbish, totally plausible. Michael Jordan, what do we think?
Do you know? I feel like Michael Jordan's might even be the most believable.
Yeah.
Because like if you think about how heavily merchandised Jordan. I mean, you had Jordan.
He was a commercial rock star.
You had trainers. Like the dude was a rock star, wasn't
People in my school used to wear Michael Jordan t-shirts, and then you go, "Oh, you like basketball?" No.
Yeah.
But I love them Looney Tunes.
I just want that symbol.
Yeah. Space Jam for life.
I could. And it's a great title, isn't it?
Chaos in the, I mean, like Chaos in the Windy City.
Chaos
like,
in the Windy
like,
City.
So we need to think, right? So could James have come up with Chaos in the Windy City? Because that title is so good. Like that if he has, like, fair play.
So, which one of these is
not
a falsity?
Yeah.
I'll be honest. I mean, as much as I want it to be true, I feel like Andre Agassi is not.
I feel
real.
like my spider sense is like Knights of Wimbledon, as cool as it sounds.
I'm between that and
because like football's always marketable. There's a million video games about football. Like
Is there a million games about Ashley Cole?
do you remember Ashley Cole Super Spy? That was a very popular title.
Right, should we put our money where our mouth is here? Like, so what we're saying. So you're saying Agassi.
As much as I want it to be true, I'm going with.
You're saying Agassi.
I'm going with Andre.
You Andre?
I'm thinking Andre Agassi. Yeah.
You know what? I think Beckham selling out makes sense. Michael Jackson, Chaos in the Windy City is the best name for any game of that era. If it wasn't real, so fair play if it wasn't. And then any footballer slapping their name on anything makes sense. So I'll go Agassi as well. I'll go all day every day.
It is Andre Agassi in the Knights of Wimbledon.
Come on.
Right, and now we are going to make it.
It's fake as a fakey McFake face, deep fake.
It was beautifully written, by the way.
But who will wield the Excalibur racket?
Who now? I know. Oh, so that's it. The final round. Well done. You did it. What's that done to the energy tank?
You have earned enough energy. You can go. James must remain.
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, we probably should turn it down. Sorry. Yeah.
You've got to stay, man.
Not me. So that's it. That is the end of Ain't No Game. Congratulations to our winners. They get to go home, whilst they get to stay in this nostalgic, retro game-filled purgatory of my own making. So that leaves me to say thank you so much for joining me, Paddy O'Hare. Is the documentary out soon, or?
We're still plugging away.
And where can people find out more about the film and follow you?
Yeah, so you can head over to findingford.com, and we are at Finding Ford on Facebook, Instagram, X, formerly Twitter, and even TikTok.
Mark, where can everyone watching find you?
Yeah, so it's at Maz Gaming UK. That's MAZ Gaming UK on every social, but very specifically on Twitch nowadays. So we've got a really different kind of show on Twitch. So every Monday we have what's called Maz Mondays, which is a quiz show. So I realised very early on that I love gaming. I'm a terrible gamer, so nobody wants to watch me game. I can't imagine anyone would ever want to watch that. So we do something very different. It's 3 rounds every week, different rounds. We have prizes. We have a big spinning wheel that you can spin to win prizes. It's really interactive. We've got an amazing community of people that come every week. It's growing massively. So Maz Gaming UK over on Twitch. Maz Mondays every Monday.
What time?
7:30 every Monday. The quiz starts at 8.
And Chris, where can everyone find you?
At official CDJ across all social media, or just like in my house.
Well, a big thank you to you guys for playing, and a big thank you to you at home for watching. Yes, you, thank you. If you've made it this far, amazing. Thank you so much. It would be wonderful if you could leave a like or a comment, or even consider subscribing to this channel if you would like to see more. And indeed, if you are a YouTuber, podcaster, creative, games enthusiast, we'd love to hear from you. We'd love to have you on the show and answer some of these questions. Get these energy tanks full so that I can go home. That just leaves me to say a huge thank you once again to Paddy O'Hare, Chris Johnson, and Mark from Maz Gaming. Details of all their channels and socials are all in the description below, so please do consider zooming over to there and checking them out. They all make amazing, fantastic stuff. Thank you again so much for watching, and remember, a game is for life and not just for Christmas. Unless that game has a day one update, DLC, multiplayer mode, a remake, a demake, a remaster, another remake, board game, 3-hour Hollywood prequel, day one patch, day 4 patch.
All of this, yeah, boy.